All right, let's get back into Hassan Piker.
Versions.
Oh,
So let's
God.
get right into it. Twitch has always taken a preferential stance when it comes to enforcing its guidelines, or at least it, when looking at its terms of service, has not always applied those equally to all groups and people. And
Oh,
one of
you're
the
right,
people
Tom.
that gets the
Yeah.
most criticism for this, and that many folks across the board have said is the really recipient of a lot of the benefit of the terms of service without the burden of punishment, has been one Hassan Piker. Now, today, there was an absolutely extreme incident which really points out the problem for Twitch in having this unequal enforcement involving Hassan, and how this can have legal consequences. And this is involving him swinging around what appears to be, and that's the very key here legally and overall, what appears to be a weapon. So let's take a look at the video. And of course, this is video that I found over on X, which highlights this incident. So we'll take this clip here and give some commentary as we go.
It's time to crusade Iran and Gaza. Mamdani communists. Let's go to war against the left.
So so to give you some background here, it appears there's a chatter in his chat who is made a bunch of comments. Obviously, these are comments that are.
So you can do that on Twitch. So we just talked about this. So you can do that over here now. So Isaac, here, I'll just click on Isaac. He's a long time guy here. Channel activity, and it shows me like a bunch of his chats from the stream, and the rest is loading. But on the other one, you could see like comments on videos and stuff. So you could catch like bots and stuff if they have like, 'cause there's a lot of bots that have the same shit they post all the time. Like there was somebody here posting the same stuff early over and over again. That was probably a bot.
It was like a filter system, basically.
Yeah. So I like that you can see that now, but that's new. You couldn't do that. I don't even think you could do that 2 weeks ago unless I just didn't see it. That's brand new. Yeah, this GTXX guy keeps asking me all night, has been asking me, what's your opinion on, oh no, it's Alex? I've talked to him a couple of times. I've never had any bad interaction with him. He's all right. He talks about stupid console people, which is funny because I don't understand how you could have console wars in 2025. Just buy a PC.
I was about to say, yeah, he's dominating.
Yeah,
It is.
if you want to buy,
I
I have a PS5. I like it just fine. I have a Switch too, but I also have a gaming PC, which is where I primarily game.
Yeah, it is quite interesting that the console wars have quite died, because when pretty much ever since like the PS1 really hit the market, I always recall that PC gaming was always there, but it was always the console is what really sort of mattered in the grand scheme
Well,
of things.
back
And
then,
it would also like
it was really expensive to get a gaming PC. Like, I remember them costing a lot of money. Like, consoles were kind of where it was at, but now it's a little bit different because you could get a decent gaming PC, and that's not high end, but you could get $500-600. You could get something that can run shit. Maybe not high graphics or anything, but who cares? I don't care that much about. I mean, everything looks, honestly, since 2017, 18, there really hasn't been that much. The last time I feel like there was a big graphical leap was from PS2 to PS3. And PS2 was really because they were still kind of blocky. But after PS3, it's like now the updates are very minimal. Very minimal.
it's just make things more shiny and give it, ray tracing bloom.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
basically it.
Yeah, with some shadows in the mirror now. Like, okay.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, if you really liked, if that's what your end all be all is, so why you want a console? You should save your money and go get a $3,000 PC. That's what you should get.
Yeah.
Not a box.
Yeah. No, I think nowadays the hardware is focused on higher frame rates. Because, when you play games for a living,
even with that, how much can
really need that frame rate?
Yeah, but how much can the human eye pick up after 60 frames a second? I don't see that huge of a difference.
Okay, no, I will say this. The difference between 60 and 120 is massive. It is extremely noticeable.
I still think 60 is fine.
Yeah, no, I agree. But
I know what you're saying. Yeah, it does. It moves a
and
little bit better, but I still feel like the difference between 30 and 60
is massive.
Is
yes,
massive.
yeah.
60 to 100. I mean, it's better, but I can do fine with 60. I don't care that much, to be honest. I think 60 is kind of the sweet spot, but definitely 120. That's like, regular theaters and IMAX.
Yeah.
It's a bigger screen. I'm sure I'm pissing somebody off with that comment, but
no, it's just mainly FPS gamers who have like a massive hard on for that kind of shit.
But it's just like 4K. 4K, like you have to sit at a certain distance. Like if you're like, I got a 4K monitor. Well, do you really? Because you're sitting so close to it. I don't know if you even really notice.
Okay, I'm the wrong person.
You would notice more the closer you are than the farther away.
Oh, I'm thinking of. You're right. You're right.
Because okay, I'm probably gonna disagree with this one because
you're right. That was a terrible 5-shot intake.
Yeah, you sound a little jerk on that one.
I do have a big screen in front of me, an unusually massive screen. So I do think that the 4K thing is fairly noticeable, especially if you've done on like a 1080p to 4K jump in a game. Then yeah, you can really see there's a massive difference.
But if you're running that though, see, I don't think I've even ever seen 4K gaming really, because I always turn that off because I would rather have a higher frame rate. You have to have a pretty good high-end computer to run 4K and 120. Mine can't. I can't do that.
Yeah, no, the juice is insane. But I can do like 55 to 60 on my rig at 4K.
I would rather have a consistent 60.
Yeah,
4K.
I like the 4K though. I mean, I spent a fair amount of money on a nice screen, so.
I have a 4K. Oh no, it's like that middle. It's in the middle. Was it in between 1080p and it's two? It's not. It's not. It's like what is it? 2 something, 222p or whatever. Tom, where are you, man? This is your wheelhouse.
Sort of gaming, like, see, yeah. Once you start talking about, it's 1440p, I think is what you're talking about. But like, once you start getting into gaming and frame rate shit with that, like, yeah, that's not my life. Goes at 24 frames a second for me. So, yeah.
Yeah, but you know all about what all this shit does for TVs, especially. Specialty, Tom.
Yeah, you sound like you got like a monitor or whatever, which would do like.
It's got a good refresh rate, but it's
which is probably
4K.
Why it looks better with when you do the better with the frame rate compared to the other. Like, I get what you're saying there, but like, it's when it gets to gaming, I'm not real good at that kind of shit. So,
like, I'm the guy that I use for my actual TV that I use for most stuff is really nice. It's 4K.
Yeah, see, I'm the guy that tells you to turn everything off, or if you have like a
OLED
filmmaker mode or something like that, then they flick that on and it'll turn everything off for you. So, but that's for movies. For gaming, you're talking a whole nother animal. And I would trust somebody else's take on that. Obviously, like Spoon probably, or whoever that probably knows it much better than I do in that respect. But as far as like, yeah, it all depends on your refresh rate. And not only that, but I mean, your resolution. It also, like, see, with like everything else, I'm sure it depends on what you have for what you're playing too. Does it support 4K and all that business? I don't know much about gaming, so yeah.
They usually do, but I would rather go with performance over visuals. Now, for a movie, I would go with visual over. If I was playing Death Stranding,
if I was playing a game, I'd rather play smooth and less resolution than more resolution and jittery.
If I was playing Death Stranding 2, I would probably opt for a better resolution because all you do is walk around. I don't understand I tried to play the first one and just didn't get into it. I got bored with it, but to each their own.
Are not fitting with the vibe in the crowd of Hassan's chat. Obviously, for any of this, he would have the ability to block and or ban this person. Of course, every single content creator retains the right to ban people out of their chat for whatever reason. Some people are more permissive, some people are more restrictive. That's really up to the creators on their platform. If they choose to ban people for anything, that's up to them. We wouldn't be here today if this was just a block and ban.
Oh, Hayden Wayne coming in with the 50. Says channel activity may be what YouTube was implementing earlier this week that caused everybody's @handle to appear rather than their chat name. A bug in the spaghetti code that caused the handle to become the display name as they got ready to roll it out. Yeah, I could tell that they've been doing things for the past 2 months because they've been making changes. And when they make changes, it affects the algorithm, obviously. That's why a lot of people have had down months. And usually when that happens, YouTube is around with the algorithm. So you just kind of have to wait it out. It comes and goes. But that's what's been going on.
Content during the period.
Yeah.
It's the other thing to keep.
Well, they don't. That's why they don't tell you that happens,
Yeah.
because they want you to keep putting your content out. That's the whole thing there. But yeah, and then as soon as they announce that whole thing that's going to go down on the 15th, they're basically going to dump all the AI channels and the clip channels. The clip channels is what they're really going to go after, because I mean, there's so many clip channels now, and I don't have anything against clip channels, but let's be real, it's not original content. Now, if you commentate over it, that's different.
That's fine.
Yeah. And I don't have anything against clip channels. Do your thing. But I mean, it is what it is, I guess. I would maybe, if you're going to be affected by that, I would maybe commentate on it.
Yeah. Stop slacking, you lazy bastards.
Yeah, just say your thoughts on it. You could still put the clip up there. Technically, it's still there. So
transform
just,
it.
talk.
Don't be lazy.
That's all you got to do, and then you'll be fine.
Don't be a leech.
But yeah, you're right, Hayden Wayne. That's what was going on. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
An incident, which once again, I think there was plenty of grounds for him as a creator saying, hey, I don't want this person here. And some of this language was even pretty extreme, saying hang Hassan for treason. Yeah, that's pretty extreme. And you know what? Blocking and banning someone for that would be called for. If someone came into my chat or anybody else's chat and said that about that creator, yeah, they would probably catch a ban. They would probably catch a block and a ban. And possibly a report.
Now, that's 100% true, because there was a channel that did a similar thing to what Hassan did and magically got banned right away. So 100%. We know that that's a fact. That's 100% a fact. But Hassan can do whatever he wants to do.
A broader report. But the response that Hassan gives here is not proportional nor appropriate to these comments. Let's play this.
In our sincerity and actually delivering for the very working people who've been left behind by our
So let's be clear. He's gone and retrieved what appears to be a pistol. Now, many people have pointed out it could be airsoft or it is airsoft or whatever else. The key here is that it appears to be a real weapon. I'll also note, as someone who played airsoft for like 8-9 years as a kid, I had
Okay. So he's saying
MP5s,
he's saying that that's an airsoft gun? Okay.
Pistols. I had a sniper rifle, even an airsoft sniper rifle. you're supposed to have an orange tip or a marker on the end of an airsoft. That would be not a typical airsoft to lack that marker or remove that orange tip, even though, of course, some people do that. Some people make it more realistic. But the key here, and this is a key that is not just in analyzing this for Twitch terms of service, but also broader for the law, is that you can make a physical threat. You can make a threat or try to intimidate somebody with even a fake weapon, with a fake.
That's true. It's kind of like if you rob a bank. I mean, it doesn't matter if you rob it with a fake one. They'll give you the same amount of time. It doesn't matter. You might as well just rob it with a real one because they're going to treat it, at least here in America, the absolute same. So you go to rob a bank with a fake gun, that doesn't matter. It's the same crime in their eyes. That you don't get, they don't let you off because you're robbing it with a fake one.
Yeah, it's the intent of the instrument.
Yep.
Fake knife, with a fake gun, with a fake bomb. If you were going to try to hijack a plane and you attempted that with a fake gun, it would not be material in terms of your defense. You would not be able to say, oh, but, well, it was fake, so I couldn't do it all along. You know, when you get caught and arrested and thrown in jail, you don't get off because, oh, it was fake. No, you would lead a reasonable person to believe that was real, and a reasonable person could have fear of that knife, gun, bomb, whatever, despite the fact that it's not objectively real. So that's a defense a lot of people.
Yeah, most people aren't going to be able to tell the difference.
Especially not in real time.
They look pretty close. That's why they're supposed to have an orange tip.
People brought up, and I don't think that stands up. Let's continue here.
Compared with what President Trump has been able to do. You know, over the same period of time that I've been running, has been tell him if the last person couldn't get my name right, we defeated them, and that's what it's going to look like again.
Okay, fair enough.
Once again, brandishing the weapon, flaring it around. Obviously, there's a point to this. Obviously, there's an individual who's is directed at. You know, this is something that's not really ambiguous in the general intention.
As you may
Freeze frame there a second. Hassan is the only person that can brandish a weapon and somehow still look gay for it.
So,
What'd you say?
I think Hassan is the only person that can brandish a gun and still look gay for it.
Yeah. He looked like he wanted to put it in his butt.
Oh, God bless him.
here's another crazy thing about the doxing. So now that you've paired.
I didn't know it was illegal to dox in California. Is that true? Let me look that up.
No way.
To dox in California. In California, this is the AI response. In California, tail docking. Oh, this is never mind. Hold on. AI, that's a terrible response. This is like horse law and shit. Okay. Yes, doxing is illegal in California under certain circumstances, primarily related to cyber harassment and cyber bullying. Then it lists a bunch of cases. I couldn't tell you what that is. Post personal information online about someone without their consent. Have the intent to cause the victim fear, harassment, or injury. Know the information would likely lead to unwanted physical contact, injury, or harassment. So he maybe could get arrested then. Okay. Because he's obviously, the reason he's pulling that info up is because he's trying to brigade people against the guy. That's why you're pulling up his name. Oh, wow. So that's interesting. He might actually be in trouble. Oh, no. Oh, no, Hassan Bros. Let's go, Hassan prison arc. No, he won't get any jail. You get a slap on the wrist.
Yeah,
Linked up,
very well with family.
brandishing a weapon, what appears to be a real weapon, whether or not it is, whether it's an airsoft or whether it's fake. You've paired up brandishing a weapon with doxing, which is revealing their private information, which, by the way, in certain jurisdictions, in certain places in the world, is illegal. So you've done two things. which are potentially.
So Twitch has to address this, maybe. We'll see.
Twitch is gonna just try and sandbag out of it. It's like, what happened? No, that didn't happen. That's not real.
Oh no, I closed all my tabs. Whoops.
You should just if you, I don't know what
Yeah,
browser you use.
hold
but they
on.
would usually come back up.
I gotta fix them. I'm gonna pull it back up.
You need elevator music. There's an intermission.
Yeah, I can put some music on. You ready?
All right, go on.
Yeah. There we go.
That's
Why are we
space
listening to
music.
porn music?
I'm setting the mood
For what?
for you, Tom.
I'm not letting you put it in my butt.
But,
Not gonna let you put it in my
Appears
butt.
to be, and that's the very key here legally and overall, what appears to be a weapon. So let's take a look at the video. And of course, this is video that I found over
I would say pulling their name up and waving a gun around is definitely a threat.
It is, yes.
on X, which highlights this incident. So we'll take this clip here and give some commentary as we go.
It's time to crusade Iran and Gaza. Mamdani communists. Let's go to war against the left.
So so to give you some background here, it appears there's a chatter in his chat who is made a bunch of comments. Obviously, these are comments that are not fitting with the vibe in the crowd.
Hey, let's go! Hell yeah! Thank you, Heist Man. Hey, was just approved for print, so we are printing. The book is in print, and then we'll have however many we have. So if there's a cover you like, don't sleep on it.
Of Hassan's chat. Obviously, for any of this, he would have the ability to block and or ban this person. Of course, every single content creator retains the right to ban people out of their chat for whatever reason. Some people are more permissive, some people are more restrictive. That's really up to the creators on their platform. If they choose to ban people for anything, that's up to them. We wouldn't be here today if this was just a block and ban incident, which, once again, I think there was plenty of grounds for him as a creator saying, hey, I don't want this person here. And some of this language was even pretty extreme, saying hang Hassan for treason. Yeah, that's pretty extreme. And you know what? Blocking and banning someone for that would be called for. If someone came into my chat or anybody else's chat and said that about that creator, yeah, they would probably catch a ban. They would probably catch a block and a ban and possibly a report, a broader report. But the response that Hassan gives...
You almost would have to ban them, though.
Is so
because of TOS shit.
I've been paying attention to this whole story. Did someone make that comment in his chat and his immediate reply was to go and fetch a weapon?
Yes. Yeah.
Wait, is that actually what happened?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God, son, you retard. Like, why? Why?
Yeah,
You're just seeing this for the first time.
Yeah, I didn't know that's. Oh my God.
This guy's a
I didn't know that's what he
retard, dude.
did.
Have you ever followed him?
No, because I don't follow retards.
I don't,
Yeah,
well,
he
but
he
he's
uses
so
his chat.
popular.
Yeah, he uses his
So?
chat. Like he weaponizes his chat.
He brigades with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time, which is against
Oh,
every platform's
God.
TOS, number one. Every platform has a rule against brigading. So that's everywhere. YouTube has it. I don't know. I'm assuming Kick probably has it. Twitch has it for sure. Like, you can't abuse your audience and have them go attack channels. That's against policy.
Yep.
So, and he does that all the time.
Yeah,
a
he
lot
does
of
it
those
all-
people on the left do. A lot of brigading.
God damn it.
here is not proportional nor appropriate to these comments. Let's play this.
in our sincerity and actually delivering for the very working people who've been left behind by our
So let's be clear. He's gone and retrieved what appears to be a pistol. Now, many people have pointed out it could be airsoft or it is airsoft or whatever.
I think it's a pistol. I do. A lot of people are saying that it's not, that maybe it's airsoft, and maybe it is, but I mean, it is
think-
his American right to own a gun.
Yeah, but like
so-
regardless of whether it's real or not, like the threat is there. You know what I mean? It's still technically like he's pulling a gun.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make
Yeah.
a difference. Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
You know what's the funniest thing about all of this that I just realized is that when Sam Hyde was joking that he was going to kill Hassan, Hassan lost his mind. But when someone in his chat is saying that they would actually do it, the advantage is the weapon.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, yeah, like you the joke you lose your tits over, but the one in the chat, which is clearly not real. Like, you don't even know who the hell that is. You honestly think that someone's gonna come and hang you? Like, really? For that, you brandish a weapon. Like, oh, God, you look like such a bitch.
Else. The key here is that it appears to be a real weapon. I'll also note, as someone who played airsoft for like 8-9 years as a kid, I had MP5s, I had pistols, I had a sniper rifle, even an airsoft sniper rifle. You're supposed to have an orange tip or a marker on the end of an airsoft. That would be not
Yeah,
a
my son
typical
loves
airsoft
airsoft.
to lack
All of
that
his-
marker or remove that
all of his stuff
orange
looks
tip.
like that.
Even though, of course, some people do that. Some people make it more realistic. But the key here, and this is a key that is not just in analyzing this for Twitch terms of service, but also broader for the law, is that you can make a physical threat. You can make a threat or try to intimidate somebody with even a fake weapon, with a fake knife, with a fake gun, with a fake bomb. If you were going to try to hijack a plane and you attempted that with a fake gun, it would not be material in terms of your defense. You would not be able to say, oh, but, well, it was fake, so I couldn't do it all along. You know, when you get caught and arrested and thrown in jail, you don't get off because, oh, it was fake. No, you would lead a reasonable person to believe that was real, and a reasonable person could have fear of that knife, gun, bomb, whatever,
Right.
despite the fact that it's not objectively real. So that's a defense a lot of people brought up, and I don't think that stands up. Let's continue here.
politics compared with what President Trump has been able to do. You know, over the same period of time that I've been running, has been.
Oh, that's the New York City mayor.
Couldn't get my name right.
Yeah,
We
Tommy
Well,
defeated-
he's not the mayor yet, but let's be real. He will be, because there's no way a Republican's going to win. So, man, it's going to be funny. He wants to raise taxes on white neighborhoods, which
There's something
everyone's
about
going to
him
get caught up in that, by the way, because it's not just white people, and despite what there's other
Yeah.
people that live there too. So
There is something about him that I just find genuinely disturbing, because I've seen so many content creators just say, well, if the people want to vote for this, then let them destroy themselves. And that, to me, that's like a child coming to you saying, I want to eat nothing but chocolate all damn day long. And like, well, you're going to suffer the consequences, do it. I'm like, no. Someone needs to step in and go, this is objectively retarded, and f off. Because the idea that people will learn through their actions of stupid politicians, you can clearly see that doesn't work. People don't ever go like, oh, wait, we voted for something really bad and it didn't happen the way that we expected to. They never think that the problem is them. They always think the problem is the politicians. So like, this doesn't work. This concept of, oh, the voters will learn, that's bullshit. Someone needs to step in and just say like, no, f we're not doing this, and you're insane. Law be damned. It's nothing to do with law. It's just a case of just reality.
defeated them, and that's what it's going to look like again.
Okay, fair enough.
Once again, brandishing the weapon, flaring it around. Obviously, there's a point to this. Obviously, there's an individual who this is directed at. You know, this is something that's not really ambiguous in the general intention.
As you may
Oh, you found his account?
Today, I'll show you 3 ways you can use your smartphone.
So here's another crazy thing about the doxing. So now you've paired, so you've linked up brandishing a weapon, what appears to be a real weapon, whether or not it is, whether it's an airsoft or whether it's fake. You've paired up brandishing a weapon with.
by the way, he's causing an adpocalypse over on Twitch, and it's all good. matter.
Doxing, which is revealing their private information, which, by the way, in certain jurisdictions and certain places in the world is illegal. So you've
like on Kick. So Asmund Gold revealed how much he made in a month on Kick. Maybe it was 3 months, or I think it was just a month. It's an insane number. So on Twitch, he made like 32,000, which is still a ton of money. But on Kick, he made 215,000, some shit like that.
Yeah, Kick
That's
is way
insane.
more advertiser friendly.
Yeah, it's not though.
It's not.
No.
It's making so much
Well,
juice
maybe it's better now, but a lot of people are doing wild shit on Kick for a minute.
All right.
Maybe it's gotten better.